Please welcome
Here goes the sheriff.
Sheriff Leaf as he shares some of his knowledge and common sense with you.
Fucking right. Time to let this libtard governor have it.
Hey, before I get
Maybe
into
just
this,
take it down, then I won't have it. Just take all my shit down. Libtard book.
Oregon, coronavirus restrictions ruled null and void after the governor failed to get approval from legislature. It's on its way, ladies and gentlemen. Well, welcome to Rosa Parks Circle. Can you imagine Rosa Parks? Did she ever think that when she said, "I'm not sitting in the back of that bus," that she'd be a name in every household?
Oh, that's why they chose
forever
this.
here in the United States. Think about it. What if she didn't?
Right.
What if she didn't go to the back of the bus? Or let's flip it over. What if a deputy walked over there and said, "Hey, Miss Parks, you have a right to sit wherever you want."
Right. Fucking right.
Fact,
America.
I'm a deputy, and I believe in the Constitution. I took an oath to it. And I'm going to make sure nobody bothers you, and you can sit wherever you want.
Right. Sounds racist as hell.
Fact,
Libtards.
when you get off that bus, I'm going to escort you home, make sure you make it home safely. Can you
Right.
imagine if that would have happened?
Should have happened.
I got news for you. Rosa Parks was a rebel.
Right.
Owasso has their little version of Rosa Parks, don't they? Carl Menke. Anybody from Owasso out there? Yeah, go Carl. Carl's he's a rebel too. You can't deny that. Carl, if you look at my Facebook, Sheriff Darleaf, I labeled him the bootleg barber. It really ticked me off. One, they were trying to shut him down and the amount of force they were using. The guy's 77 years old. It takes 6 officers to go on in there and have any paperwork. I had a problem with that. Something they probably could have handled with a phone call, right? I make that clear with my guys. If you can handle it with a phone call and you don't, we're gonna have a talk. All right? Yeah. What did Carl do? He just stayed open, didn't he? He goes to court. He wins it in court. Now what happened? They went after his license.
Gives a fuck, he's still
folks,
working.
that never wins. Retaliation never wins. So that's why I call him the bootleg barber. And all my brothers and sisters in blue out there, you guys all got that haircut high and tight. You've been bootlegging it too, haven't you? Yeah. Where are you going, yo? I'm close to having a man bun here. Or Willie Nelson look, I don't know. Oh, hey, Ryan, where are you at? Did everybody get their temperature taken here?
Right.
You got the forehead ones over here. The
This guy's great.
oral thermometers are over here. The rectal ones are in Lansing. And if you can't tell the difference, it's the taste. All right. Another reason why we need that 6-foot margin, right? Yeah, all right. If you guys are here to hear Sheriff pick a fight with the governor, that fight's already picked, all right? So I just want to be real upfront with you guys. Most of us here are Christians, and we're supposed to pray for our leaders. That includes our governor. That includes our president. And I mean a good prayer. Don't pray to get hit by a bus, all right? We can't be wasting buses like that. Come on. But seriously, guys, we're supposed to be praying for our leaders. If you're a true Christian, you believe that, give that power of prayer. It's happening. I was watching the news today, and she took some wind out of my sails when she started opening up the UP. Yeah, you go look at Chippewa County for 6 weeks. Yeah, Chippewa County. Amen. They had 2 people that tested positive. That was like that for 6 weeks. And I'm sitting there going, why can't they open up? It makes no sense to me. What was the other county? Luce County? There was a whole bunch of counties up there anyways. They could have gone and they could have opened up, and they kept holding them hostage. The problem with that is what's the definition of an arrest? It's basically taking away your right to free will. your right to move about. That's an arrest. And an unlawful arrest is when we do it unlawfully. So when you are ordered to your home, are you under arrest?
Yes.
Yeah, by definition you are. Folks, we have this thing in this country called due process. Yeah. You used to be hearing more and more, a little bit louder. Due process, all right?
Right.
Yeah, okay. I get it. Law enforcement gets it. I don't know if they get it downtown or not in Lansing. Nancy Pelosi. Come on, she's beautiful. They were doing another stimulus package, and it had all this anti-gun stuff piggybacked into it.
Right.
Crap into it. I'm going, gosh, guys, get it right. You say we're in a pandemic, and you're not even taking it seriously.
Literally.
Yeah, expect us to. They tell us that these governor's orders are law, have the weight of law. I'm going, wow, you guys can't follow the law downtown Lansing, downtown DC, and you expect us to follow that law. I argue that, I'm questioning it, and here's why. If you law enforcement out there, myself included, if we're out enforcing an unlawful law, violating somebody's constitutional rights, United States Code 42, 1983 says we can be sued, we can be held liable for 3 times the damages plus reasonable attorney fees. That could be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Hell yeah.
Who pays for that? It's not coming out of their paycheck. We pay for that. All of us. Now, little sympathy going out to the governor's office. I can't imagine. Who wants to volunteer to take the phone calls that she has coming in every day? My phone used to last all day, one charge. Lately I've been charging it 2 times a day. My phone's been going crazy. And I can't imagine down there with a whole state watching them juggle these things around, you know. You think about it, she's juggling this over here, she's juggling this over there, and eventually she's gonna have too many balls up in the air, and they're all gonna come crashing down. And that's what we don't want. She called upon us a while back because she come out with an executive order saying when you're out in the public, you had to wear a mask. Then somebody says, hey, not everybody has a mask. So what happened? You people made masks by the thousands. I gotta admit, some were pretty colorful. Yeah, so we're not stupid, Governor. Can you hear us? We know what to do. Open us up. Come on.
Michigan!
Carl, a rebel over in Owasso, he rebelled because
Not one
he wanted to
Confederate.
pay his bills. He has employees, he has rentals, that people aren't paying their rent and all that stuff. So there is a financial hardship there. The sad part is, the people who are enforcing this are getting hazard pay.
Right.
$750 a pay period. The Department of Corrections alone, $10 million per pay period when you include all the corrections that are mandated in. We're looking at a $3 billion deficit next year. That year starts in October for the state budget. I don't know if you guys manage your finances that way or not. And my heart goes out to all those essential employees out there. They're dealing with something they've never dealt with before. They go up and they talk to a child that got a mask on.
Right.
Oh, how personal is that, you know? Look at the Department of Corrections, our brothers and sisters there in corrections. They had this COVID running through there. They had employees out. They're already down 500 to 700, somewhere on that ballpark, correction officers. So if any of you guys want a good paying job, the Department of Corrections is hiring. I got to put that bug out for them. They need help. Schools, they're talking $300 to $1,000 per student cut. And this is my problem with these extra pay that we're giving out. We haven't looked to tomorrow. That's going to affect every sheriff's office. That's going to affect every township, every village, every city, because we share money. We collect the 6% on your sales tax. We collect that for them, and it's revenue sharing. Well, that's going to be cut about 50%. So there's going to be layoffs in your community. Everybody's hurting right now. Now I got to add a little salt in the wounds about the schools. Sorry. $25 million is going to, like, University of Michigan, of your money that's supposed to be going into our public schools. $25 million. They're sitting on an $11 billion endowment fund. That's billion with a B. And they're taking our money for our children. So for you teachers out there, we got your back, right? I'm telling you, we need a good, strong school system. Otherwise, I need a bigger jail.
Right.
I worked as a school liaison. My heart goes out to them. My wife teaches kindergarten. And I was picking on her about taking a bunch of kindergartners and doing that 6-foot distance. It's like taking puppies and telling them, oh, 6 feet away. It's not going to happen. So when are we going to open up our schools? I don't know. I don't think they know downtown. My question is why can't we decide? It's our school districts. We get property tax for that, right?
Right.
Law enforcement. My brothers and sisters out there in law enforcement, they're juggling this around, handling stuff they've never handled, and we're getting unclear instructions. My instructions to my guys are real simple. Use common sense. When we use common sense, everybody wins. Common sense, common law. We are a common law state. Our Constitution was based on common law. Yeah, the Constitution. Remember that thing? That piece of paper? That one government doesn't use anymore? Yeah. Hold them to it. Come on. Corrections, same thing. We got correction officers out there who have to deal with this stuff. They had to go out and make extra areas, especially the jails my size that we have in Berry County and smaller. We don't have room to go quarantine everybody, so we had to make special exceptions and make some rooms empty so when people come in and get arrested, because guess what? People didn't stop being naughty when this virus hit. They didn't. Put X's on the floor, yeah. Sometimes I wonder if we're arresting the wrong people too. DC, Lansing, yeah.
Yeah.
When you deal with law enforcement, it's already an emotional roller coaster. You might be dealing with a child who just drowned in a pool over here and you're doing CPR on them, then the paramedics got to come on in, and then when you get done with that child there, now you got to go talk to the parents. Grieving parents and find out what happened here. Then when you get done with that call, you're going to another call. It may be a bad accident where maybe a lot of blood and nasty stuff all over the place. Then you might have to go in and pull somebody over for speeding. So when an officer sounds a little cranky for them, say, hey, love you guys. You guys are awesome. Tell our law enforcement out there, we love you, we respect you. A lot of you guys are a little cold out here, and I'm going to kind of finish up here real quick. I can't finish up though without giving our dispatchers a shout out too. We got corrections. Corrections always called them the redheaded stepchildren of our government because they're back and watching people that you don't want to see, people that you don't want in your communities. We put them behind brick, mortar, and razor wire, and we say, hey, watch these guys. Oh, by the way, here's the rules. I got news for you. The people inside the prisons and our jails, they got there because they don't follow the rules. And we're expected to, and then we criticize those guys when they have a meltdown or they do something wrong. The suicide rate for law enforcement and corrections is unacceptable. We need to make sure they know that they're loved and that they're respected and they're appreciated. Our dispatchers, don't forget about them. Can you imagine the phone calls they got coming in now? Hey, I got a business. Can I start it up today? Or better yet, they're screening everybody before they send law enforcement out there. They're asking, did you have a temperature, you got a cough, you got all those symptoms and all that stuff. They got to do all that. That's above and beyond what they were doing. Plus, they have to keep themselves healthy. If they get sick and they get that virus last for 4 weeks, we're down. We're down quite a few dispatchers, and we need them for you. What it boils down to, this right here, this isn't really a badge, it's a shield. It represents the old times when the knights of protecting the kingdom, they had their shields and they had their swords. That's what that represents. I don't know if you remember, some of you guys watched some of those 70s detective shows, they always called it our shield. Yeah, that's what it is, it's a shield, it's representative of that. Where are my shields at? Now, yeah, go ahead and get rid of them. I need some volunteers from the crowd here. All right, yeah, you, come on up, come on, no, right, we're gonna be right down here, right? Oh, yeah, you come on down. We're gonna be right down here. Nope, on the ground here. This guy's down here too. Can you see up? Would you rather him be up here? Oh, all right, I'm sorry. Okay, come back up here. All right. Now my volunteers, if you guys can come on up, come on up. Because this is the way government's supposed to work, folks. We've lost this. We think of government's a handout. It's not a handout. We like to work. We like to raise our own money. So, here's my last one. Here's my first one here. What's the federal government's job supposed to be?
Protect the border.
Protecting our borders. Yes, protecting our borders. So she's over here with a shield protecting all of us back here from protecting our borders, right? When she needs help, and this goes down, then we have state. Come on up here, you're my state shield, all right? State government's supposed to be in there making sure you protect us from an overreaching federal government. Amen?
Yeah.
That is a duty of your state government, ladies and gentlemen, to hold them in check. I give them an F. All right, so this is the federal, this is the state. When this goes down, we rely on who? The local government. This is our local government right here. Their job is keeping that state from being overreaching. Their job is to call down to Lansing when things are out of line and say, hey, get your act together. The proper role of government is what? Fourth grade question, folks. Protecting your rights. Don't forget that. That's the proper role of government. Hey, guess what happens when this one fails? Oh, come on out here, gentlemen. Ladies, gentlemen, you can come on out here too.
USA! 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 USA!
It's called the militia. A well-regulated one at that. These beautiful men up here, right? Yeah. People asked me a while back, hey, Berry County a two-way county? Well, of course it is. You haven't heard about me yet? So, yeah, a two-way county starts out with what? A what?
Regulated militia.
Militia. Being necessary to the security of a free state. A sovereign government. All right.
And there's more of them.
Who can tell me the three functions of a militia? You want to know why you don't know? That schools don't teach it. Obviously, you're up here right now for what that last shield fails. This is our last home defense right here, ladies and gentlemen. The other two functions that government doesn't like you to know about, one is the grand jury. common law grand juries. We are looking right now with that common law group I've been meeting with, trying to bring back the common law grand juries. But I'd like to see some indictments out of that. And then the pettit jury. After you go out and do the indictments, you still have to have a jury, right? You get jury trial. It's amazing. You start looking into this stuff, and they don't teach this stuff to us anymore. Yeah, she, right? You're welcome. How many of you out there think that Constitution granted you rights? Raise your hand.
Right.
Oh, ouch! No! Get that hand down. What does the Constitution do? It protects your rights. It tells government no. Read that Bill of Rights. There's a preamble to it. You don't get taught that preamble anymore. It talks about not allowing government to get out of control, all right? Right? First Amendment, first line, Congress shall make no law. Telling government no. Second Amendment shall what?
Not be infringed.
I'm glad you guys can read. I'm worried in D.C. Unreasonable searches and seizures. I can't just go and kick in your door. I can't just go and slap you up against this thing right here and search you legally. Yeah. Those are bad officers. We know we have them. But there's some good officers out there we need to respect, all right?
Fucking right.
The Constitution recognized the rights you already had. You were born with those rights.
Amen.
They're unalienable rights, right?
Yeah.
They're inherent. What does that mean? You're born with them. You can't have them back. It's a characteristic, right? If you have a lead brick right here, isn't heavy inherent characteristic of that lead brick? Yeah. Your rights have got the same weight there, folks. They're not for sale. They're not for negotiation. So much you need to know about the militia. That militia duty goes way back. Hundreds of years before they even wrote our Constitution. I'll bet even 1,000 years. When kings were out there, they would make their farmers carry a sword to protect the kingdom just in case they were invaded. And as time went on, they went from a sword to a bow and arrow, and they had to have 40 arrows in there, and they had to be proficient in the use of that bow and arrow. I go to the Second Amendment rallies every year. I go there for a good cry because these guys got better equipment than I got. Yes. Lucky you got my back, yes. So I want you guys to understand that because next time Hillary Clinton calls these guys domestic terrorists, she's killed more people than they have, right?
Right, no shit. First line of fucking defense, terrorists, nothing. Terrorists. Protect purity.
Reality, I don't know how many, she's even killed one person, but nonetheless, the rumors are fun. But I want to thank my militia here right now. You can contact me, follow me on Facebook, Sheriff Darleaf. That's all I have for you tonight. You guys have a great night.